freedom and beauty to everyone. I am the Technomage, and welcome to my review of the Acolyte episodes 1 and 2. Because since Disney Lucasfilm released both the first two episodes at the same time, so I'm going to save myself a second video and do this once in one video review. And wow, Disney Lucasfilm, Caitlin Kennedy, and Leslie Headland really outdid themselves trying to make this series bad. They really put the effort into making this series and its characters either idiots or incompetents. You will see what I mean with this. Now, to begin, we begin this episode with this. We have this imitation of the rolling text of the Star Wars films. And get to this planet, Weta, where we have this character, which later we will learn her name is Mae, and he's here to kill this Jedi Master, played by Carrie-Anne Moss, which you will remember from the Matrix trilogy. And yes, it's Matrix trilogy. There are only 3 Matrix films. Anyway, she wants to fight her, but Carrie-Anne Moss tells her to kick rocks, but they begin to fight. And let me tell you, this fight is, well, not good. I mean, look, individually, the movements are quite alright. I mean, this stunt double who is playing Mae has some really nice moves. And individually, yes, they look good, but both together, this fight scene looks really forced. And well, Mae pulls this nice and they continue fighting. But in the end, Mae wins. And pay attention to this, up here. 6 minutes 4 seconds. Carrie-Anne Moss has, well, without counting the beginning of the video, Carrie-Anne Moss wasn't on screen for more than 5 minutes and she's already dead. And by the way, she dies of this one of these little throwing knives to the chest. May I remind you that in Kenobi, Reva survived being stabbed with a lightsaber twice, not just once, twice, and she survived. And in Ahsoka, Sabine Wren was also stabbed by a lightsaber, and she survived. But now, this little butter knife was enough to kill her? When a lightsaber is supposed to be now completely harmless. I mean, let's remember that in The Phantom Menace, Qui-Gon Jinn died after being stabbed by a lightsaber, but then lightsaber became a joke, and now this little butter knife is more dangerous than a lightsaber. And by the way, speaking of that little butter knife, here, perfect. Look at this. This is one of my throwing knives. Now, to begin, Star Wars The Acolyte was reportedly made with a $180 million budget, which is 2 times Kenobi's budget. And every episode has had on average a budget of $22.5 million. And they are using throwing knives from eBay. I mean, seriously, compare this thing to this. 12 knives for less than $30. They have $22.5 million for this episode, and the best they can do is use props that you can buy on eBay. I mean, seriously? Get used to this low level of production. Well, she kills her, and then we have the titles. Then we have this character, which is the other protagonist. Her name is Osha. Looks familiar. Well, Osha is a mechanic on this space liner. And we have this scene. Now, these episodes came out last week. Yes, I know I'm really late with this review. I'm going to upload also episode 3 this week. And look at this. I mean, sorry, this, as I said, these first 2 episodes are a week old, so probably you already know about the fire in space controversy. And people are saying, oh, George Lucas did it before, it's not a big deal. Yes, it is. Do not kid yourselves, it is a big deal. Why? Well, look, yes, in previous works and films under George Lucas, we have had fire, quote unquote, in space. But that wasn't just fire, those were explosions. You see, inside ships, or whether big or small, or space stations like the Death Star, they have air, breathable air, atmosphere. And in space, there's nothing. It's void. So when you have when the hull of a ship is damaged, the atmosphere on the inside depressurizes explosively. So you can have just the atmosphere leaking into the void of space, or there can be an explosion, in which case the atmosphere will ignite and create fire momentarily for a little while. As long as there is enough atmosphere depressurizing out of the ship or the space station, there will be some fire. But when you have those, it's explosive. It's like a stream of fire, because again, it comes under pressure, because there is atmospheric pressure inside the ship and there is nothing outside in space. So this stream of gas here, this should be on fire. It should be like a flamethrower. But what do we have? We have this campfire. And it even sounds like a campfire. You can hear the flames leaking the air, which it shouldn't be like that. I mean, this is a campfire. I can imagine the undead from Dark Souls resting by this fire. And some people say, oh, you're just nitpicking. This is just a nitpick. It's not a big deal. Again, it is. Because it shows how much attention to detail the production team of this show put into this show. And trust me, this is not the first. This is just the first example. It's not the only one. And well, some Jedi arrive, and here I have to stop again. Now, for you who are familiar with the Jedi, you may find these 2 Jedi kind of peculiar. I mean, look at their robes. A lot of white capes. I mean, the Jedi we know were a little bit darker, warmer colors. A lot of shades of brown and mustard and the like, and robes with hoodies and all. But these 2 are wearing these capes. Why? Well, you see, this series, it's chronologically located in a period of the Star Wars universe called the High Republic, which was created by Disney Lucasfilm, to create their own like mini universe inside Star Wars, and to emulate, to recreate the success of the Old Republic, which was another segment of the old canon of Star Wars, of the extended universe, which happened thousands of years ago before the original trilogy. Now, this High Republic happened like 100 or 200, give or take, years before the prequel trilogy. And what's the problem with this High Republic? Well, it failed. The graphic novels, books, comics books, etc. Nobody wanted them. They even tried to launch it in China and it failed miserably. They sold nothing. And this modern audience for which this whole High Republic was created for, more inclusive and diverse, this modern audience which woke companies swear it exists out there and there is a whole market for this modern audience, did nothing to support the High Republic. Nothing. So having a whole series with a $180 million budget, which, by the way, for reference, Dune Part 2's budget was $190 million. This TV series, this series for streaming service, had a budget comparable to a Hollywood film mega production. For you who have seen Dune Part 2 like me, it was huge. And Disney Star Wars, Disney Lucasfilm, is dedicating this enormous amount of money for the High Republic. Yeah, this is going to be great. Well, this Jedi Knight called Yort is an old friend from the Jedi Order of Osha, and he comes to arrest her because they believe he killed that Jedi, because in the beginning, because they look a lot alike. And we have here the bar owner, who is the witness.
That's her! She killed the Jedi and ruled.
And with no evidence to support her innocence, she is arrested. Then we go to Kurusan, to the Jedi Temple, and we meet this Jedi Master, Master Sol.
Balance.
Good.
Try.
And we have
Sol,
this
my dear friend. How lucky these younglings are to have such a compassionate teacher.
I'm the fortunate one to be taught by them.
And we have here a very interesting contrast, because in one side we have this green Jedi Master who is played by a non-actress. The person playing this character is Leslie Hetland, this show's showrunner wife. And we can tell that was her only qualification because her delivery on her lines in this first episode is atrocious. Whereas Master Sol is played by an actual actor, who, for you who have seen the Squid Game, may recognize him. It's a Korean actor. And by the way, this actor is not English-speaking actor. He doesn't speak English. He has to memorize this, not just his dialogues, but the sound of his dialogues for this series. And he's great. He's honestly the only part of this series that I actually like. And well, this Master Sol is Osha's former Jedi Master, when Osha was a part of the Jedi Order. And he's informed about the murder and that Osha is the prime suspect. And oh dear, this part of the episode is horrendous. Why? Look, Osha is supposed to be the suspect, the prime suspect of the murder of a Jedi Master. A Jedi Master. Alright? A Jedi Master is not supposed to be easy to kill, even though they just proved us otherwise on this episode when they kill Carrie Moss in less than 3 minutes. Anyway, so and Jord was sent to arrest her. And what does he do? He puts her on this transport, which is manned entirely by droids. And we have, and look at this. One of the other prisoners can hack droids wirelessly. And then we have this guard droid who tries to put some order. And this other prisoner has this retractable tentacle on its head. Okay, so we have this prisoner transport heading for Coruscant to be put on trial and then on prison. And they have no organic guards on this ship. The only organics are the prisoners. The rest of the ship is manned, droid, by a skeleton crew of just droids. And they have a prisoner who can hack droids thanks to their implants. And nobody thought about, I don't know, put some restraints, something on this prisoner to prevent him from doing exactly this. And this other one, it has a literal hidden weapon. And nobody's thought about, oh, maybe we should restrain him? Because, by the way, we have a prisoner under restraint. This, you can see this thing on his mouth. It's a parasite that keeps him sedated. Well, she rescues him, but he screams, he pushes her aside, and he steals the last escape pod and abandons her to her death. And look at this. This isn't even a share. These are not safety belts. These are just some straps to secure that equipment. And this ship crashes on the planet's surface. I want you to notice something. This ship was falling from the higher atmosphere of this planet. It was going through re-entry, and it reached the surface of the planet intact. May I remind you, in Star Wars Episode 3, The Revenge of the Sith, when that separatist battleship crashed on Coruscant, it was on fire. Everything on that ship was on fire. Why? Because re-entry into a planet's atmosphere is an incredibly violent process, because the upper layers, or the most external layers of a planet's atmosphere, are really, really hot, because they are in contact with, they interact with all the cosmic radiation and solar energies from space. And a ship descending at incredible speeds will generate a enormous amount of friction with the atmosphere, with this really hot atmosphere. So that upper layer of the atmosphere is really dangerous, because if you don't manage re-entry correctly, your ship, doesn't matter how big it is, it will burn and it will be destroyed. And this ship, with no guidance, no piloting, nothing, went through re-entry and emerged intact. And by the way, Anne it practically survived crashing because it has almost no... it broke. It was torn apart, but it didn't explode. This ship should be destroyed because a ship just free falling from upper atmosphere going through re-entry is going to crash at incredible speeds. In Revenge of the Sith, that separatist battleship survived because Obi-Wan and Anakin were piloting it, trying to salvage it, and with a lot of effort, they succeeded. But here, this ship was free falling. Osha wasn't piloting it. Nothing. And well, back on the Jedi Temple, we discovered, as I said, that Master Sol is Osha's former master, and this here is Master Sol's new Padawan, who, by the way, is played by the same actress that played X-23 in Logan.
Vanessa Rowe requests your presence.
And well, they interrogate the prisoners who, by the way, they found them. Just like that. They are not supposed to be anywhere near Coruscant yet, and they already recaptured them, and put them back in prison. And none of them thought about the same ship, the same recovery team that recovered these prisoners, to go down to the planet to find the wreckage of the ship and recover the other prisoner that is missing? Because Master Sol goes find her, and by the way, she survived. She survived the crashing. Completely unharmed. But again, a ship crashing into the surface of a planet, free falling from outer space, is an incredibly, unimaginably violent event. And she survived unharmed. Not a bruise, not a broken bone, not a drop of blood shed. Nothing. Oh, and lucky her, this planet has a breathable atmosphere.
It's not
and well,
Nothing.
they assemble a team, and Master Sol meets Yord.
Yord.
And by the way, if you remember, this is the guy who was sent to arrest Osha. This is the guy who thought, hey, this incredibly dangerous suspect who we believe murdered a fully trained, fully fleshed Master Jedi. Oh, let's just send her on her own to Coruscant. I am not going to keep her under my surveillance. Now, just a couple of droids are enough. Get used to it. This guy will continue to be that incompetent in the next episode. So Osha has this vision of her dead twin sister. Yes,
I thought you were dead.
Osha and May
Did you
are
kill
twins.
Dara? Yes. I will kill them all.
Who have been separated for more than 10 years. And and even though they have been separated for more than a decade, both of them are wearing the exact same haircut. And well,
Dog took her.
Master Sol remembers that Osha had a sister.
Fire that killed her entire family.
Do you think that...
No. May is dead. That was her name. May. I saw her die.
Yeah. Supposedly he saw her die. And, well, she reencounters Osha.
Osha.
May is alive.
I believe you.
Didn't you saw her die? Ugh. And well, Osha arrived at this planet
If you attack
where she encounters this mysterious figure, apparently her master, who apparently has been monologuing on his own while watching the waves.
kills without a weapon, an acolyte kills the dream.
And apparently he is a Sith. And now on to episode 2. Well, here in Olega, in the local Jedi temple, yes, that's how they call them. The Jedi is not an outpost or something, it's a local temple, where Osha pays this little girl to help her infiltrate this local Jedi temple. And look at this. I mean, if the Jedi weren't incompetent in the first episode, here we have 2 Jedis, which at least I assume is a Jedi Knight and a Padawan. I'm just assuming because this gentleman here looks older and this lady here looks younger. And this assassin, this acolyte, is standing right next to them, and they felt absolutely no disturbance in the Force. And worst even yet, she's walking through this local Jedi temple wearing this armor, this orthodox robes. She's hiding her face under this mask, and she walked right next to another Jedi, and this Jedi didn't even blink. Hey, who are you? You don't belong here. Identify yourself. This is a restricted area. No, nothing. And well, she arrives to her objective. Is this Jedi, Master Jedi who is his Jedi Master who is Fulton. And she tries to kill him, but he is protected by the Force. And she has to run away. And by the way, pay attention to this little detail. May had to go to all that trouble to infiltrate this Jedi temple, and the Jedi Master's private quarters have an open window to the outside. Yes, this is, by the way, this is not a window. Like this part is opaque and this part is transparent. No, this is an open hole to the sky. Remember this part. This will come again later. So, Master Saul gets in touch with Coruscant with this new evidence that that Osha cannot be the murderer, and he believes that somebody else is the actual suspect. But the Jedi Temple told her, this Jedi Master Leslie Hetlin's wife tells him that he cannot make this decision on his own and just go investigate on his own. But then he retorts, the first victim was this Jedi Master, and now they are targeting this other one. It means they are after the 4 Jedis that were on Osha's home planet. So I have to go there and investigate and warn him. So they go to this planet Olega. May, on the other hand, goes to visit this guy who is an accomplice who knows that she has a master and a mission to kill Jedi, and he prepares a poison for her. They arrive, and May tries again. And by the way, they already know that somebody infiltrated this local Jedi temple last night. And they know that somebody is killing Jedis and is targeting this specific Jedi Master's life. And May infiltrated again through this hole on the ceiling. Nobody thought, hey, maybe just to be safe, maybe we should cover that. No, No, not a problem, not a problem.
Alerted me, but
And they find the girl who helped May, and she talks to the Jedi Master and tells him, "You need to die." And he said, "Yes, sure, I'm going to die." And Osha actually feels a disturbance in the Force and takes another route to this Jedi Master.
We thought we were doing the right thing.
The Jedi Master apologizes to May, and he, on his own free will, drinks the poison and die. And now, finally, someone feels a disturbance in the Force. In this local Jedi temple, filled with other Jedis who have interacted with the Jedi Master for who knows how long, none of them felt anything. And well, Osha arrives and finds the body, and they believe she did it.
My sights were on her the entire time. I followed her when she broke off.
And finally, Yord does something competent, because he realized that Osha separated herself from the group, and he followed her, and he testifies that no, he didn't kill the Jedi Master. Master Torvan, I think it was his name. And by the way, how come she arrived first? I mean, why didn't they take the same route that Osha took? Because she arrived faster to this Jedi Master. Maybe they could have saved him.
But I can.
As I said, incompetent. Well, they try to find who could produce the poison, which Osha, just by smell, recognizes as a poison from her home planet. And they found this pharmacist, and the Jedi from the local Jedi temple. They discovered that this is not the usual pharmacist which they hire from time to time. So Yord has a plan to
If he's May's accomplice,
capture
we can
and
send
interrogate this suspect.
skip that,
But
and she just talks to him.
Padawan X-23, because she is a woman, of
We can
course,
send her in.
she has a better plan than
To
Yord.
the conversation. That way, we have a lead on May. Plus, we also get a confession from him.
By the way, he is a Jedi Knight. She is a Padawan. And with absolutely no respect whatsoever, she interrupts him and says, "No, shut up, your plan is stupid, you're just stupid because you're a man, my plan is better."
Seems like.
And well, they go with X-23's plan. Osha disguises herself and talks with the pharmacist, and he confesses that he helped her and that there is a master behind all of this.
Back away.
But they capture him.
Where's May?
hold on.
We will consider letting you go with. What?
Wait, I'm sorry. Did I say capture him?
We return tonight.
They actually let him go with a general warning.
Jackie.
Nobody arrested him. Nobody thought about putting a couple of handcuffs in him and put him in a cell. Nothing. Because later,
Face.
I mean, Osha wants to meet her sister. Salt says no.
Headed your way.
And Master Sol encounters May.
You killed her.
And they fight. And again, it looks so bad. I mean, yes, again, the individual movements are alright, but when as a pair, as two people fighting, it looks so forced. The choreography is too obvious. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, punch, kick, turn, jump. Well, they almost capture her, again with her eBay ninja knives, but she manages to escape. And she encounters her sister, and Osha is not happy.
Oh, she
By the way, they both thought that the other was dead. And even though they both thought that the other was dead, both of them even, again, managed to have the same hairstyle. And while Osha is not happy to see her because apparently May has had something to do with the death of her parents. By the way, her two mothers, says Master Soul. While Master Soul getting reports to Kuru-san and tells them that Osha is innocent and May was the culprit. And, oh, again, the incompetent Jedi from the local Jedi temple are supposedly keeping vigilance. I mean, they didn't arrest this guy because they hoped that May was going to return to him, and they were keeping surveillance on him to capture her. But they get distracted, and May returns, and they fight, and they don't notice a thing. They're supposed to be Jedi, and again, none of them felt any kind of disturbance in the Force. I mean, aren't they supposed to be? Are they even Jedi? Oh, now they notice that this guy disappeared.
He's gone. Come on.
I mean, aren't they supposed to be Jedi? Are they even Jedi? Are they even Force sensitive? Anyway, here we have the fourth Jedi Master. Is a Wookiee. A Wookiee with his temples shaved. A Wookiee with a Mohican and a man bun. So modern, so stunning, so brave. And oh, this was bad. This was really bad. I mean, as I said, the whole production team behind these first two episodes really made an effort to make these characters incompetent and to force the universe to become incredibly stupid, so they will let the plot to advance. Because there are so many things that should have gone wrong, so many things that they should have done right, and none of it happened as it should. Why? Because the plot says so. This is the level of incompetence of the writers. Now let's see if they continue with this in episode 3. This is the Technomage signing off. Thank you for watching. I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.